Okay. Today we've made a mock-up of the bike in its frame, wheels, front and back. And the reason we're doing that is that we are going to take it over to a friend of mine, and he's going to make some brackets up very similar to this, but not as thick as this thing here. It's weighs quite a bit. Two of them, they probably weigh 500 grams each, which is quite heavy, and they're really quite thin and horrible to stand on, so we'll get some wider ones. Luckily Fantic have got a really good system here of they just bolt on to here, so we're going to make a bracket that's shaped like that and goes back a little bit. So we're going to make this bracket, and we're going to put it on here, and we're going to measure the height that we need. This is why we've made this frame up, where the bike is sitting, so we can put these pegs and get them both aligned for the other side. Ideally in that position there, we'll be going down 25 and back 25, which is not a lot, but it is approximately that position there. But we have to have it on the ground, on the wheels, so we can take some measurement from the axle here to the centre in the front, and from the ground perpendicular, to make sure they're orientated like that. So it's a wee bit of fiddling around with tapes and straight edges. So that's our next job over the next couple of days. We're going to do other things. This bash plate here has had a bit of a round in it here and over here, so we're going to put that in the press. I'm going to straighten that out, get it a little bit better looking. The other thing that we're going to do is, I mentioned in another video a while back, there was under here an arrangement as a stop for the arc of the handlebars to go around without touching the tank. So we're going to use one of these pegs here, like this, threaded dowel. We're going to make it, put it in around about here, out so far, so when it comes round, we're going to put a socket bolt on there with a nut on it, so we can adjust it in and out, so that becomes the stop. They'll be probably 30 or 40 millimeters long, so that one on both sides. That's the little job we've got to do. The other job we've got to do, we come over here and have a look at this motor here. It has a fin missing. We tried to use epoxy putty to hold it in. It's okay, but it'll eventually vibrate out. So it's got a block in here, rubber block. What we're going to do now, seeing we went all the time to make this, we're going to do it properly, not just glue it in there. We'll take the 4 bolts off the head, take the head off, and it is part of the head, so that we can turn the head upside down, clean it all up, get it all good, and we can aluminium weld that to the existing. It's a little bit of work, but I think it's well worth it in the end. So that's one job we've got to do. Okay. Another job I've done during the week is I've given this tank about 3 coats of undercoat, sanded all in between coats, and now it's on its top coat. It's got to have another couple of whites on top of it. I'm just letting it harden up a bit. I've done the side tank, side panels, and this is the seat. They've come up quite good. They've had about 3 coats now, so I'm pretty happy with how that's come up. So we just let that harden, and we've got to go as I say, the other bike's got to be painted, the frame has to be painted. One of the couple of jobs I've thought of that we're going to do, and this subframe here, it's had a crash, and when I look at it, it's slightly out of thing, so I'll put that in the press and just tweak that so it's really nice. I've had a few problems. This shock absorber, as I've probably said in another video, is completely stuffed. I can't get it apart. I've tried numerous ways. I just haven't got the tools to do it, and it's not really working out. The shaft's a little bit scratched right at the top. So I've had to engage a person in England to look out for one for me over there. It's about 300 millimeters between centres here and here, and it's different to a lot of shock absorbers in that it's got a forked attachment here, so it goes on to the linkage. Yeah, so they're quite hard to find, so I'm looking at, I might have to modify one, but we'll see. That's just how it is at the moment. Okay. Right, I've just taken the cylinder head off, and the main reason we took the cylinder head off was a couple of things. As you can see here, the bike is crashed on one side, so that was like that, and it's crashed and it's broken a fin off here, but it's also broken a fin off this side. Someone's repaired this one, and we've made one as well. So what we've got to do is clean all this off, which is pretty easy to do. Clean that up so that it can be welded exactly like this one's on this side. While we've got it off, we'll decoke it, which means if I get a screwdriver, you'll see all the carbon build up here. We can wire brush all this out, wire brush all the top of the piston. See this all, so we clean all that up, just give us, I mean this is probably 20 years worth of so it's fired up pretty well. Usually some two-strokes are really coated because they're using the wrong sort of two-stroke oil, but nowadays with synthetic oil it really burns quite well and doesn't leave deposits like they used to. This heat gasket here, we'll reuse this, so I've got to pry this off very carefully, and I've got to, when we go to reseat it back in and torque it back down, we'll clean all this surface up. I'll take this head gasket and I'll put it on a bit of steel, and we'll heat it up so it's cherry red, and then we'll fire it in some water to quench it, and it'll become soft again, and then we'll put the head on and torque it down, and it'll seat nicely on the surfaces here. So that's what we'll do. So that's the next procedure. We're going to take this away and get this tigged on. So it looks all clean. Give it a bit of a clean up.